Webull stock, ticker symbol BULL, closed Monday at $14.29, up more than 7% during the regular session, and gaining another 2.3% in the after hours. That's close to a 9.5% surge overall, and it comes after a rough Friday session where the stock was down around 6%. So what's behind this rebound, and what should we be watching as we head into the midweek session? To start with, a lot of people were asking on Friday whether the bull run for BULL was over. There was no clear news or catalyst that caused the drop, which led to speculation that traders were simply locking in profits after the incredible run we saw earlier this month. But Monday's session flipped that narrative, at least temporarily. Buyers stepped back in, and the bounce was strong. Part of the reason for the move higher comes from broader momentum in fintech and crypto-related stocks. On Monday, we saw some strong action across names like Robinhood, Coinbase, and other companies that benefit from rising interest in retail trading and digital assets. There's been a bit of renewed optimism around crypto in particular, with Bitcoin and Ethereum both showing strength and ETF inflows continuing to build. When that happens, platforms like Webull tend to benefit. Another factor here is the technical setup. After gaining more than 35% in July, Webull stock became a bit overheated. Some cooling off was probably inevitable. That's what we saw last week, especially with that sharp drop on Friday. But what's interesting is that the dip wasn't followed by panic or heavy selling on Monday. Instead, buyers came in strong, and that helped re-establish confidence. A few technical traders pointed out that the stock bounced right near the $16 range, which had acted as previous support. Holding that level and then bouncing back above $14 gives the stock a chance to reset and potentially make another push higher. If it can reclaim $17 with volume, we may be looking at the start of a fresh leg upward. Now, it's worth noting that there wasn't a new company press release or SEC filing that directly explains Monday's jump. But in the absence of bad news, the market often makes its own story. What's keeping investors excited is the ongoing rollout of Webull Pay and the broader strategy to reintroduce crypto trading for US customers. This is a big piece of the bull case. If Webull can re-establish itself as a go-to platform for crypto trades while maintaining its growth in traditional equity markets, it stands to gain significantly. The fundamentals also remain solid. In their most recent quarter, Webull posted net income of nearly $13 million. That's their first profitable quarter, and it shows that the company is scaling effectively. With more than 24 million users and over $12 billion in assets under management, they've built a strong base to grow from. The company also has a $1 billion equity facility in place, which gives them firepower for future expansion without necessarily taking on debt. That's especially important if they want to push further into the US market or explore additional international opportunities. So where does that leave us as we look to the next trading session? The key thing to watch is whether Monday's rally can continue or if it runs into resistance around the $15 or $16 range. If the stock can build on this move and break back above 17 with strong volume, that would be a very bullish signal. It would suggest that last week's drop was more of a healthy reset than the start of a downtrend. On the flip side, if the bounce fades quickly or if we see heavy selling pressure return, then it may take a bit longer for the stock to establish a new floor. It's always important to stay grounded and watch the price action closely. We've seen how quickly sentiment can shift, especially with stocks that are still in the early stages of building out their public identity. Another angle worth watching is what's happening in the options market. There's been a steady build-up in call activity, with traders targeting the $17, $18, and even $20 strikes. That tells us there's still plenty of bullish speculation in play. If the underlying stock continues to hold up, those positions could help fuel additional upward pressure. One final thing to keep in mind is the narrative. Webull is increasingly being seen not just as a broker, but as a financial technology company with serious ambitions in the digital asset space. That positions them well in a world that's becoming more comfortable with crypto, mobile finance, and alternative investing platforms. If the company continues to execute and if macro conditions remain favorable, the stock could still have a lot of room to run. To sum it all up, Monday's bounce was a positive sign. It helped reverse the negative tone from Friday and gave bulls a reason to stay in the trade. The fundamentals remain supportive, the crypto relaunch is still on deck, and the technicals are setting up for another possible breakout. Of course, nothing is guaranteed in the market, but when you zoom out, the story here still looks promising. Let's see what Tuesday brings. If we can hold or build on today's gains, that will be an encouraging signal heading into the rest of the week. As always, keep an eye on volume, sentiment, and any unexpected news that could shift the story. But for now, It looks like the bull case for Bull is still alive. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you holding Webull through the volatility? Are you looking to add on the dips? Or are you taking profits while you can? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss future updates on this stock and others in the fintech and crypto space. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.